All right. Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. And double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teach and rule well. Peace and citations to the hopeful elect. Back another video, another lesson. All right. Lord's willing, this lesson is edifying to you brothers and your sisters out there. The title of this one's going to be called Pride is in Thine Heart. All right, Matt Walsh rant. Okay, and there's a video going around. This guy named Matt Walsh. Now this is from the brother, the elder brother, the down in his GMS, South Carolina 08, which is Elder Menata Zakba. He titled his video, Matt Walsh unknowingly admits to being the children of Esau, Edom, the wicked. All right, he was going on his rant about how he's proud of his of his ancestors, what they have done, and not knowingly that this was, the things he was talking about was really prophesied in the scriptures, and they did nothing that's really special. They just destroyed the earth, But I watched majority of it. All right, 20 minutes in, I got like 6 minutes left, but I'm playing from the beginning. Okay, so you can hear this guy what he says. Because he's real, he said he takes pride in it. He's real proudful. And that's a character trait of, the wicked, the devil, So Lord's willing, this lesson is edifying. Let's get straight into it.
European colonialism has been one of the greatest forces for good that the world has ever seen. Billions of people today are living better lives than they would have lived had Europeans not colonized the globe. The colonizers spread civilization, they spread the gospel, they spread innovation, they spread important ideas, such as the idea that you shouldn't murder your children to appease the sun god.
They spread their gospel, which was a forced, gospel upon, the world, but really upon, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the Israelites, Man, I thought this guy was an Israelite, but it's clear that he's Esau. His pride is showing, which our people are prideful too, but it's showing that he's Esau, he's Edom, But let's keep going. But what they spread was not the true gospel. They spread their gospel, They spread their their religion, which is Christianity. Which really started with Jake, but they took it and made it a whole different thing. Because the real Christians are Israelites. It tells you that in Acts 11. But let's keep going.
That you shouldn't eat your enemies to absorb their life force. Did the colonizers also spread dairy products? I don't know, but I'm happy to add that to the list of triumphs. Is our civilization one that we should be proud of, even in spite of its history of conquest? No, not in spite of that history. I'm proud of it in large part because of that history. It is one of the great triumphs of all time that our forefathers had to first conquer an ocean in order to then land on a giant mass of uncharted wilderness filled with untold dangers and wild beasts and, yes, primitive warring tribes, many of whom practice human sacrifice and cannibalism, and who, if they captured you, would torture you for fun and rape your wife and children before killing you, maybe eating your internal organs and taking your family as their property. And yet, in the face of those unimaginable horrors, our forefathers and ancestors conquered this entire hemisphere and settled it and single-handedly dragged it out of the Stone Age and built from the wilderness the greatest civilization the world had ever known. Am I proud of that? Yes, I am. Now, the natives lived in the Americas for 20,000 years. And this is something that the left and the people who hate this country like to bring up all the time. Well, they were here for so long. Yeah, they were here for a long time. What did they do in that time? During that time, they never figured out the wheel. They never figured out written language. Most of them progressed hardly at all over the course of 200 centuries. They were still eating each other and living in tents, many of them. The great tribes of Mesoamerica had advanced the most, and by that I mean they had caught up to the ancient Egyptians by the time that the conquistadors showed up. They were building pyramids at a time when Europeans were using the printing press. Then European settlers arrived here, and in less than 3 centuries, they had established a nation. In another 70 or so years, that nation would stretch across the entire continent from one ocean to another. In another 50 years, they'd be digging a giant trench through the earth to physically connect one ocean to the other. At the same time, they would be building vehicles that can fly through the air. In another few decades, they'd be walking on the surface of the moon. Okay, these settlers took a wilderness sparsely inhabited by hostile Stone Age natives, and in a matter of a few centuries built the greatest, most advanced, most globally dominant nation the world has ever known. Am I proud of that? Oh, yes, I am very proud of that. And I will always be proud of that. And I will never apologize for it. Period.
White people have always...
So you heard him. This guy goes on of how white people, they did their dirt and how the earth is messed up because of them. But you can watch the rest of that. I just want to deal with, this guy was saying, because he said, as you heard in the end, he's proud of that, and he's very proud of it. And let's hear it one more time.
Stone Age natives, and in a matter of a few centuries, built the greatest, most advanced, most globally dominant nation the world has ever known. Am I proud of that? Oh, yes, I am very proud of that. And I will always be proud of that. And I will never apologize for it. Period.
He'll never apologize for it, which is fine. We'll see when you get in the kingdom, and you working them long hours, and you all the way out in the field picking our crops and our fruits and whatever brothers got. We gonna see. You gonna be sorry then. You gonna be asking for mercy then, but it's gonna be too damn late. And that's that pride. Or that pride, it gets you angry, but we gotta wait on the Lord, man. Because hey, what did Yahweh Shai say? All right, let's get Revelation 2. Okay, this for you elect out there, and Lord willing, I'm of that number, hopefully. But this is Revelation 2:26 for this is coming for really the elect, but for the nation of Israel. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my Father. So, you're going to rule over the nations. You're going to have these devils, first and foremost, Esau, Edom. You're going to have these other nations, and you're going to be ruling over them, man. We're going to be ruling over them, Really, and what we did, what they did to us, we going to do to them, but in righteousness. We're not going to butt break and cut their rods off and rape their touch their young men, or we're not going to do all that, man. But they did take our women, so we're going to take their women. We took over. We're going to take over their land. But then the other nations, they'll go back to their lands. But Esau ain't going to have no land. You see? But hey, that pride is surging through these Edomites, And that's all right. It's fine. But let's get how they came into power, which was prophesied. Let's get Genesis 25. I believe it's this chapter. Or is it the next one? No. It's Genesis 27. This is Genesis 27 and verse Genesis 27:38, and it says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. You see, that's how Esau is going to live. They're going to live by the sword. And it says you're going to have the fatness of the earth, which is played out now. Back when they were the Greeks and the Romans, they didn't have the fatness of the earth. They didn't have the whole earth in their hands. They had part of it, but they didn't have the whole world in their hands like they do right now. Like it says in Job 9. Let's get that. This is Job. Before we get that, Salakia, let's get Malachi 1. I'll start at 1. This is the burden of the Lord. The burden of the Lord. Salakia. The burden of the word of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, the Most High's name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh Shai. All right, those names are very, very important to learn. All right, call them those names in sincerity and truth. Okay, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein thou hast loved us. Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. See, and that happened. You know, they went down after the Western Roman Empire. They went down. All right, they went into captivity, which is, they were in those mountains for like 1,000 years. They were cut off from other people. But what happened after those 1,000 years were up? That's when we ruled. Jake was ruling for over 1,000 years during the Dark Ages, which is called the Byzantine Empire. All right, but we will return and build the desolate places, and that happened. They came out of those caves, they came back and took Jake down. It says, "Thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down." And they did. They built back up. They built their empire. They went out and deceived the whole world. It says, and they shall call. It says, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. And the Lord's about to take this place down. All right, let's get Job 9 and 24. It says, the earth, all right, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And he did that. He covered majority of, the dark paintings over in Europe. Of the prophets, of the apostles, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay, that he blasphemed the angels. He has a tab. He ran up his tab, man. A tab of sins that he has to pay for, of iniquity that he has to pay for. And that's what these Edomites have done. You destroyed the earth, you messed up the water, you messed up the food. So what you have done is nothing great. You went out the matter of fact, let's get Habakkuk or Habakkuk. This Habakkuk 2 and 5 says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. See, he goes out through Esau went out through the four corners of the world and destroyed cultures, economies. All right, pushed out his philosophies and his wine. Okay, which wine represents philosophy. All right, pushed out his doctrine to these other nations, and they took on his ways. The LGBT, the Mo agenda, the trans agenda, the feminism. You see, verse 6, shall not, all right, all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him, all right, that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, which means debt. Okay, you get that word thick clay in the Hebrew. Okay, it's ibatyat, weight of pledges, heavy debts. See that? Pawn is all right, thick clay, so it means debt. See, and that's what this devil is. He's in heavy debt. All right, so what these devil has done, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, what they've done is nothing great. It may be great in his eyes, because they're on top. But soon you're about to come down. Let's get this real quick. Isaiah 24 and 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled. Listen to this word defiled. Okay, how you defile the earth? The Hebrew word is chanap, or chanaf. I believe it's chanap. It says to be profane, be defiled, be polluted, be corrupt. To be polluted. And the earth is polluted. The water is polluted. The medicine is polluted. To be profane, be godless. The earth is godless. People in the world, really in America, is a godless people. People don't believe in God. It says to pollute, To make profane, make godless, cause to be defiled. See? And that's really America's all of these definitions. It's profane, it's defiled, it's polluted, it's corrupt. You know? This is what your forefathers have done into the world. This world is corrupt. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. See? So your forefathers, you devils, have done, which he probably was back there doing it, it's nothing great. This is just pride, man. That's the pride of Esau. Pride is in thine heart. Now let's get the scriptures I got. Let's get Obadiah 1 and 3. Because you're going to be destroyed. Obadiah 1, I started verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord power, all right, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The people hate you. Verse 3, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's the pride that he have. All right, because he dwelt in those caves, which was the elevation. That's why you see all these buildings are built so high, which that's not supposed to make buildings that high. Now don't get me wrong, the view's beautiful, but no building should be 30, 40, all right, 100 stories, high in the sky, man. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, because the eagle is the highest flying bird, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I break thee down, saith the Lord. You see that? And the Lord is going to destroy Esau, Edom, right? Jump down here, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, who's the holy mountain? Israel. So shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. So the house of Esau is going to be done away with, man. You see that? For what you did to the children of Israel. The other nations are going to get it too, but after they come out of captivity, they're going to go back to their lands, and they're going to be in subjection under us. But Esau, they're going to be completely wiped out, completely destroyed. But let's get Proverbs 16 and 18. All right. There's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and 18. It says, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And this dude has a haughty spirit, man. Pride, he's prideful, but he's gonna be humble soon. Esau gonna be real humble. When shit hits the fan. When the Lord returns, haughty means the Hebrew word is go ba, height, exaltation. You see, height, exaltation, grandeur, haughtiness. All right, grandeur, arrogance, excellency, haughty, height, high, loftiness, pride. See. Read it again. Pride. Let me highlight this. It says, pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of a humble spirit with the lowly, than to divide the spoil with the proud. See? And Esau, they're one of the most proud people on this earth. But soon they're going to go, soon it's going to be, the table's going to turn. When the tables turn, all right, inside joke. There's Jeremiah 49 and 16. I'm going to start at 14. It says, I have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, go, Salakia. I'm a little excited. Read it again. I have heard a rumor from the Lord. And an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, Gather ye together, and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. It says, Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down, all right, from thence, saith the Lord. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. You see? So Esau, Edom, are going to be totally destroyed, man. They're going to be brought down from that loftiness, from that haughtiness, that high, because this is their heaven, which is represents their rulership, But the Lord's going to bring them down, man. And they believe that they think in their minds they can never go down. Matter of fact, let's get Psalms. All right, this Psalms is 78. No, 73. Okay, this Psalm 73:1. I read this yesterday in a lesson I did. It says, "Truly, God is good to Israel, even to." Matter of fact, let's read this in NLT. It says, "A Psalm of Asaph. Truly, God is good to Israel, to those whose hearts are pure, which is your mind. But as for me, I almost lost my footing. My feet were slipping, and I was almost gone. For I envied the proud when I saw them already prosper despite their wickedness." You see, these people, even people, Salakia, excited, trying to get the words out. But let me slow down. Let me read it again. Forgive me. For I envied the proud when I saw them prosper despite their wickedness. Yeah, Esau, they prosper even though they do wickedly. Even our people, they do wickedness, they commit sins, but they still prosper. They still, they still forward themselves in this society. It says they seem to live such painless lives. Their bodies are so healthy and strong. They don't have troubles like other people. They're not plagued with problems like everyone else. Because they have the best doctors. They have the best, not the best health, but they get these transplants. And how you think they get those transplants? I ain't gonna say it, but it's I'm gonna say it's trafficking. Everybody knows, and you should know what I mean by that. Trafficking. They get these kids, these people, because some of these people they put on their license, on their license. Do you want to be a donor or something like that? You want to be a donor? Some people put yes, and if they see that, they may make a scenario where you get in an accident or something happened to you, and they take your heart or your whatever these devils need. They take that and they give it to them. And so like if you hear noise in the background, it's my neighbors. But it says they don't have troubles like other people. They get if a Edomite gets in trouble, he gonna get a slap on the wrist. But if a Jake or somebody else get in trouble, they're gonna get life. It says they're not plagued with problems like everyone else. They wear pride like a jeweled necklace and clothe themselves with cruelty. These fat cats have everything their hearts could ever wish for, And like I said in the video yesterday, we saw the things that they have. Some people will faint. They will fall out because they have so much, wealth. So they can do what they want. They don't got to worry about getting up for work, getting up in the morning, turn their alarm off and, sitting on the edge of their bed and contemplating do they want to go in or not. They don't got to worry about that. They on vacations for 2-3 months. That's that luxury they have, man. That some people wish they could get, But we have something greater. Although we're poor, we're rich. We're rich in the spirit because we have this truth, So what we got is way greater than what they have, They scoff and speak only evil. In their pride, they seek to crush others. They boast against the very heavens, and their words strut throughout the earth. And so the people are dismayed and confused, drinking in all their words. What does God know? They ask. Does the Most High even know what's happening? Look at these wicked people enjoying a life of ease while their riches multiply. And this is the mind of a devil, the mind of Esau, man. They don't believe in the Most High. They don't fear the Most High. You know, they know he's real. They know because they know who we are. They know who they are. They know who the Most High is, who the angels are, who Yahweh Shai is. They know all of that. It says they're more wise than Daniel, you know, but they don't fear that because they believe in their minds that they're going to go on forever, you know. So let's get this last one, Isaiah 47:7. Okay, so this is the pride of Esau, man. Can't be too shocked at it. Isaiah 47:7, it says, "And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou dost not lay these things to thy heart, neither disremember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment and one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments." You can read the rest of this chapter, you know, goes in, you know, because they do these left-handed practices, you know, to forward their, you know, to do these rituals and, you know, things they do on the people, you know. So yeah, what you people have done is nothing, you know, great. You really destroyed the earth. You destroyed the people. And with the Native, he mentioned the Native Americans, you know, they were living here for 20,000 years, which is not that long, but they wasn't here for 20,000 years. But that's neither here or there. But the Native Americans, they forwarded how they were living. They were forwarding the earth, you know, because they're Hebrew Israelites, you know, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, all right, the Northern Kingdom, they're Hebrew Israelites too. So-called Latinos and Native Americans, they're Israelites. And what they did, they were forwarding the earth. You know, they were, you know, they're because they're spiritual people. They were, you know, they're one with the earth. You know, but they went off. They were going off when they was over here too. You know, so that's why they got what they got. But you know, they're waking back up. But to stick to the topic, this dude, you know, Esau, you know, he has that pride, and that pride is in him. But soon the Lord's gonna, all right, that pride is gonna disappear when the Lord returns. You know, so Lord willing, this was edifying to you, brothers and your sisters out there. All right, we can give all praises, honor, and glory. You can watch the rest of this video. The elder Manatazakba, okay, went in. You know, but we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and teacher and Ruel. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And the water Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, we spirit through this lesson. Those who is edified by it, to the next video I'm going to say, Shalom.